I cheated on my husband in 7 minutes. While the washer's timer blinked and his white coat spun, the laundromat hummed a warm song. Coins clinked, the drums
Sağlığın
stared with
azaldı.
glassy eyes,
Kendini
and
iyileştir.
the air smelled of detergent and orange peel. The neighbor was peeling tangerines while she waited for her sheets. Anton from the 6th floor came to help carry the load. Not the things, really. Himself. The parts of us no one at home listens to anymore. We sat on plastic chairs sharing earbuds. He held my hand so gently, as if making sure the cord wouldn't snag. We laughed in whispers at something funny and very impossible, like us, for instance. Then he leaned in and kissed me. No flourishes, the way you put a period at the end of a long sentence. The white coat whirled in the drum. In its round lens my whole life fit. A kitchen with eternal salt on the tablecloth, silent evenings, unsent messages, and me, the one who can mend other people's buttons but not her own silence. I wanted to close my eyes, not from shame, from clarity. But my gaze caught on a reflection in the glass door. Across the street, in a cafe window, I saw Ilya. My husband stood with a woman in a cream-colored scarf. He was smiling that rare smile he has only twice, when he puts the final period in a hard problem and when he truly sees someone. He touched her shoulder the way he hadn't touched me in a long time, carefully so as not to scare her off. My phone buzzed. Running late. Don't wait, from him. I looked up at the reflection and saw him, without thinking, hold the door open for her, palm first. Don't wait, I repeated, and my mouth smirked on its own. We were honest at the same time, just not with each other. Anton understood without words. He gently removed the earbud, nodded somewhere, to the exit, to the air. I don't want to be a crutch, he said softly. If someone leaves, let it be you. I already am, he said. And for the first time in a long while, I heard my own voice. The machine beeped, done. I pulled out the coat, white as a new page, smelling of detergent so sharply it tickled my throat. On the collar, a fine thread, the kind you could tug and unravel everything we supposedly built. I tucked the thread under my finger, like a secret I was tired of. Home was clean and empty. Our kettle doesn't know how to sing, it just flips on and drones like we had for the past months. I hung the coat on a hanger and set the keys beside it. On the hallway mirror, with a finger on the fogged glass, I wrote, "We're gone," and wiped it off, not out of pity but so it wouldn't look pretty. I started packing a bag the way you pack yourself. First, documents, second, a toothbrush, third, something silly to take, but if you don't, it will hurt more. The small orange from the laundromat rolled into my pocket. Ilya came in soundlessly, as always. We had trained ourselves to speak in whispers by reflex. There weren't even fights left to break anything. "Are you home?" he asked out of habit. "For now, yes," I answered, surprised at how steady the "for now" sounded. He saw the bag, stopped by the chair where we once left each other notes. "I'll buy bread." He placed his palm on the backrest, the way you lay a hand on a warm piano lid before not playing. He began, then fell silent, searching for a word that always sounds false in Russian. "I'm at fault." "So am I said. "Just not the way you think." He nodded, slowly, as if repeating after a teacher. We both knew. Each had lived our own betrayal. Maybe at the same time, because synchronization was the only thing we were good at. "When?" he asked. "Today. 7 minutes.
Yakındaki düşmanlar için
And
yakın
you?
menzilli bir
A
silah
long
lazım.
time. Months, he answered honestly. But it seems never all the way. I wanted to
Triple
ask,
kill.
does she smell like tangerines? I didn't. It was no longer about her or about Anton. It was about how we made the drum spin separately first, then wondered why the laundry didn't get any cleaner. I took off my ring. It turned out lighter than my keys. I laid it between us, not like a pebble on a scale, but like a coin in a laundromat. Pay and started a new cycle. He took his off too, without pathos, the way you take off a watch after a long day. "I don't want a war," he said. "Me neither." "Let's do it quietly," I asked. "Without mutual friends and mutual remember whens." He went to the kitchen, poured 2 glasses of water. We drank to peace. And it was more honest than everything we'd carried to each other for years. I stepped into the stairwell before the door clicked shut. The orange rolled in my pocket. I peeled it on the way down, my fingers sticky, the smell suddenly childlike. Below, the courtyard rustled with evening windows where someone laughed, someone washed dishes, someone rocked a baby. I sat on the edge of a flower bed and finished the last segments. 7 minutes of infidelity stretched into a new life. It didn't promise to be easier, but at least it didn't have that dull drone we'd lived in for so long. And when